happens. It's actually useful. The whole thing is surrounding today's won't become clear until we figure that out. I have to figure out the truth. Oh, but I know what it is! We have the evidence! We could just say it! Child's hammer. Yep, alright. That's what it is.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Boom, there
Was
we
it
go.
Justice Hammer 3?
No,
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
absolutely not.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
What's that?
How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
I'm gonna wait, because I want to see what everyone says.
murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear.
She doesn't.
The murder weapon had to be one of the
No!
Justice Hammers.
Haha, there we go. That's what I was waiting. I didn't want to make the same mistake as earlier.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill
Exactly.
Hifumi.
Sounds like there weren't other hammers sitting around.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Except for one.
For some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
I wonder why that was.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the
Oh,
hammer got
shocker.
covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Because I know it would
I'd also
ruin their
like to
like
point out that
whole
the
thing they're putting
repository
together.
has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones,
Some as big as your head.
and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Uh-huh.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way
Why?
the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Unless you do something to convince them.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did, but we've also proven in an earlier chapter that someone like Celeste could very much push someone to do something, as we saw her do with Hifumi making her a cup of tea. Now, whether she could do the same thing with convincing them to commit murder, could be pushing the bar, but talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together, at least that's what we thought at first, but Jesus Christ, I'm really not gonna know what to do this one. Let's see. Spotless hammer. Oh, come on. That's still my thing? Alright.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder,
Uh-huh.
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
True. Very
Assuming
true.
the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
I'm gonna give it a
That
shot.
is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Right.
In this case, however, there were two murders.
Okay. So, 2 murders. Impossible. I don't think the spotless hammer is gonna help us here. So either we have to take the 2 murders and throw it at the impossible. Fuck, alright. I'm glad it
Based
doesn't
on the
take much
rules
from our
that have
argument.
been laid out for us, even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is.
But that only really applied. In this case, however, there were two murders.
So move ahead.
Based on the rules that have, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the, assuming the rule holds true.
Ha ha! Alright, I got it. I was so worried I'm not gonna fuck this up again.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Especially because Hifumi is now dead. So someone had to kill Hifumi.
What do you mean?
And Taka, we've already proved, was dead already. And that Hifumi was moving around while Taka was already dead. Meaning Taka and him couldn't have done some, like, both of us hit each other and die at the same time bullshit.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, An accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
Thank you.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Yeah.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crimes, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Smart, yeah.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
And they probably told Hifumi that they'll murder someone else.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Exactly.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
It's very smart, I'll give them that.
Creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Determined to get out of here.
So, I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I think it was most likely that they could easily, convince them to do it. As we're saying, that was the main character. So notes the fact from the very beginning, which is why she's not to look at this as a series of connected events, but separately have a separate incidents. Coco really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
It is. Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. And the debates up until now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, it's only really on one person who seems to fit. Which I think would be Celeste, because she's been the one giving us the most grief.
Here's my answer.
And also the one trying to, constantly push
Celeste.
against it.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
Because she's also the one who's in the room and took the picture.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yes.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Thank you,
Is that
Yakuya.
so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Screaming, kicking his hands, encountering this
got it.
individual.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit. The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Oh, fuck you, bro.
Sorry.
As he
Don't
said,
apologize,
only
fuck him.
Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
What's wrong? That was rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him in the strange costume. Man, he ran up as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so we had to throw her down into a hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah. What was that? That came from upstairs. Must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. It's bad. We gotta go back.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact,
Crazy.
Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
I have flashbacks for this one. Imagine we split into 2 groups. I'll lead the hunting party. Seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I'll leave the capture of a suspicious individual to Tokobyaki on Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan.
There's a lot of good
else
sound
would you let
traveling
out
in
a
this.
scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly wasn't expecting this. I don't know, imagine Hifumi would have been murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Very
You
suspicious.
wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Yup.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Indeed it does.
Do you agree, Celeste?
Yes, Celeste.
I have no idea what you mean.
Of course you
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Ooh.
Did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Oh God, what?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this, enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys did.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Who she didn't know
Then
yet.
Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about
Aha!
her being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
I
Yeah.
see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
It means she knew he was dead, but had not been told at that point and not been there to discover his body.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
She must be sweating so hard right
If
now.
you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Yeah, we said Celeste's comments doesn't make sense. What's he alluding to? That she knew! That, what, how is it that hard? That she knew that Baka was already dead, but we had not said shit about it.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
Okay, yeah.
We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Ah, fuck. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to hit her with. Ah, shit. Am I supposed to wait and go back and hit her with her own words? I think that's
All
what
you
I'm supposed to
said
do.
was they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively you. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died.
Oh, come on! What am I doing wrong?
They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those
Okay,
guys
so I just
died.
gotta take what Byakuya said and take that. Alright, fuck. Jesus Christ. I hate this.
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to. We are going to die. And that is.
And that's all it takes to finish. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Go back to the beginning. Let's do this all over again, because I fucking hate this
All
shit.
I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
There, alright, fuck you.
No, what's wrong?
They do those so weird sometimes, and it throws me off so hard.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Yeah.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Yeah, like Byakuya just said.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Yep.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
What kind of bullshit is she gonna give us? Oh no.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that
This
I was
could go so
lying when I
long.
told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Yes.
Then what about the picture I took?
It was staged. I'm telling
How
you,
do
that
you
bitch
explain
was
this
staged.
picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to
She didn't need
Set
to.
up the
She could just
picture.
take the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
And so they had him unconscious
Plus,
at 1 in the
I
morning.
happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
did
In other
take it,
words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Bullshit.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture
It's
exist?
easy as fuck to take a picture, bitch.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Yeah.
What could you possibly mean
That's
by
not
that?
going to be anxiety. That's what could be from exhaustion of trying to carry Hiro in that fucking costume.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
I hate you so much. You're so annoying. Driving away. Ability is driving the suspect away.
I got it!
They've been drinking.
Not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Uh-huh.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Didn't expect that, did you?
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yep.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Oh my god, she is frustrating as hell.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
How?
Is it?
Where's your proof?
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Why am I the only one who's got actual evidence this whole time?
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
There's no way for him to drag away suspect. Was that really possible? Let's fucking find out. More of this fucking bullshit. This costume shares message and make difference. Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand
Bullshit. Haha, fuck you.
No, that's wrong.
We've already proven that costume is stiff as hell, bitch. Good try, though.
No. Even if the person
there's so many
inside the
people
suit
dead.
were unconscious, they could still stand up like that because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristics.
Stiff as hell, baby. It's probably can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Yeah, because we've already proven this killer is fucking clever. I'll give him that.
Celeste
did a
and
good job,
Hifumi
Celeste.
took the suit they'd
But not good
specially
enough.
designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Checkmate. Alright, she's gonna have a Phoenix right breakdown. Yep, there we go.
What do you mean, checkmate?
She's full on Phoenix right breaking down, baby.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Bro, we've already proven that he was an accomplice. He would say anything. Tried to kill you. Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Hiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
She going straight up customer service voice right now.
And I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Sure.
But my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Yeah.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
He used our last names.
That's right! Our
Thank you.
last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Ah, that seems like a trait.
Don't talk.
Random
Thank you,
chance.
Byakuya.
Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
See, that's the biggest appreciation I got from Mrs. Zill. One is able to keep Genocide Jill and Toko in line.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Anyone that we think of.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply
The
to.
one person we don't know the true name
And
of.
that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say?
Yeah, you heard us.
You take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
I love the way her accent is coming undone. I think that's such a fucking awesome trait for this.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
From where I'm standing, yes.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Someone give up, so then actually something to make her accept it. Oh jeez, this shit getting intense. About this hammer actually real message.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Might need
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How
She's
long
so
do you
mad.
plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
Is it?
And since you have no way to contradict
Bullshit! I have all the ways to contradict you, Celeste.
That's it! The handbook!
The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to healthy school life, so don't lose it! When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. No, this is not your everyday handbook. It has so many more uses than that. Like
All we
proving
have
you
to do is check
murdered.
her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Then it seems kind of obvious to me.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please. Just tell us.
She's not gonna give in, bro, by just saying nice. Cause you mean-ass bitch.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because... Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine
Okay.
then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again.
Here
From the
we
beginning,
go!
And shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Let's do this. Close and climax. Alright. So let's see. So we start off, we have her talking to Hifumi with the most ridiculous face on him. Alright, well I don't know what that one's gonna be, so we'll just move on now. So they summon Hiro. I don't know why that's still there. So I think we're gonna have a clock. It's gonna be at 1 o'clock. We're gonna have Hiro here. And we're gonna stand him up. And I think that's where the camera's gonna come in. So we have Taka. Need to be checking his watch. It'll be 6 o'clock. He's gonna come in and bop him in the head. Maybe this, I think. So then Celeste shows us the picture. That's still there from the first case, too. Holy shit. I'm guessing it's that. Okay. So then he puts the blood on. That's where he gets Justice Hammer 2. He pushes the body away. And he gets bonked in the head himself. Looks like his back, but... So I just gotta go do the first one. I feel like one of these is gonna be wrong, because I always fuck up these at one point. I think I got it mostly right so far. I think the only one left is this one.
The killer is...
I really hope I got this
you!
right, please.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Fuck! Oh, come on! Oh, I hate this shit so much. Fine. So then I think this one would have to be the one we have of Hifumi. This one. So then he runs off. Okay, so then this one has to be Hifumi. I hope so bad.
Here's exactly
Please
what
be right.
happened.
Please be right. Oh my god, I can't take any
Before
more dying.
anything, the killer persuaded someone to help him.
Person was Hifumi. Okay, good. Good so far. God, that face is so goofy though.
With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Okay, good so far.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Oh thank god. Okay, so far so good. You knock him out.
Someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
There we go. Take a picture.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Yep. Alright. Good.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan.
Murder
They called
time!
Taka to the equipment room.
Bam.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Oh, good. We got the right
The
hammer.
murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Confusion!
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna need 2, aren't I? I fucked up. Oh,
They
no!
wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack store.
Oh, I'm so worried.
The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi.
Maybe I'm right.
Despite
Maybe I'm right.
these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
God damn it! Oh, come on! No! No! What could it be? Did I fuck up where Justice Hammer 2 is supposed to be? Yes, because Justice Hammer 2 is supposed to be here. I think. You find him and he's attacked. This one then. No, just Hammer 3, because then he. Yeah, okay. I think I got it. I just want to double check. That, and he moves the body, and then he gets killed. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it.
So, next for the first vacants there, they wanted to make sure we bought this. This time, they planted with the that the sun fell right into.
Okay. Oh god. Okay, I think we're on the right track now.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
Yes, we did.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
And then we used the fake blood. The real
Took
blood.
a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Yes, fake death. Real blood.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
But at the same
Meanwhile,
time,
the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
but it's for Taka.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed
I
back
swear,
to
if
the
this
nurse's
one's wrong, I'm gonna
office.
slap someone.
And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Thank God.
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That
Yep.
explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
That sneaky bastard. Oh, I did such a good
Even
job!
Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Wha-bam! Straight up murder.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
You! As they swap places for the reveal that is Celeste.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Not really sorry, you're kind of an asshole.
I lost? I lost?
I feel like the least bit upset about this one.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
You, what?
I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh. Well, welcome, Taiko, to your ending.
Taiko?
So,
Thank
you
you.
finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
That's good. So we're done here. Good. Thank God. I'm pretty proud of that score. Ooh, 98 mono coins. I'm happy.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Oh, wow. She just drops the accent and everything.
Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, overall, not a fan of her as, like, a character, but I think this trial is actually really interesting with how much she, like, put up a fight. Like, that was really cool.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If
Here we
you
go.
would, please locate your lever and cast your vote.
I still don't know where these levers are.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Alright. Let's see. What's gonna be our form of punishment today? There she is. Psycho. Hiro. It's basically formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinging scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly,
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did it. So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? How did you get him to agree? I can't imagine you would happily agree to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi acts as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I will avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. What does she mean? She's talking about Rigo?
Say what?
Why? What was that? Why? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words,
You're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Fumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how to disappear, I paid Fumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what?
What?
Are you okay with
It
this?
was Taka. He stole it. What?
So
And I
then,
have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found it used for the digital camera. I taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. Deleted pictures as soon as I'd shown it to Fumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
as for
He
me,
came to my room late at night and unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime! An absolute crime! I knew he had gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far! It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him! I'm going to fucking kill him!
most unfortunate.
Please, if you go now, you'll only be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka's plan is to use him to escape. He has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try and kill you.
indeed.
Accurate. And also, he can keep her to himself. That bastard! Bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue these barbaric acts? Absolutely not! How could I? She...
I have to save her!
actually,
Then would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Fumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume of Fumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. And do it, he'd make something like that. It's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why'd you decide to make him the suspect?
Make me the suspect. Because you're stupid. That's it!
Let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
Well, but when you're explaining your plan to Fumi, how do you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Fumi supposed to do after that, assuming you'd actually let him live?
Are you okay with
That's
this?
simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him he would be I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. He really believed that? Of course, that was all there was to it. As I explained to Fumi, the plan was, well, you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Fumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent, in fact. Fumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
You'd planned to kill him all along? But of course! There had been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's not an issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Hey, you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Hmm.
You're talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. That's not all there is to it. The moment our new life here began, my only thought was been escape.
But
all along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously, that was a lie. Yeah.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. You know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. Accepting life here would mean nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
There's no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make it a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
Isn't it
To
wonderful?
live in a European castle. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I tamed that, I would have created this perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, that would be it. It's only my living my life there is my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's 10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream is scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. Having nothing and sacrificing others for my own ends, I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? Simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how could you be so calm? When you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. My conscience deceives the unconscious. That's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
hey,
You'd just get executed again. Stella smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. That weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Chills! Chills!
You're all done? Okay, let's get rolling! If I can disturb the peace, and must pay the price!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Damn.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Damn. Accepting it with grace, holy shit. Here we go. This is what, the third execution we've seen, if you don't include that one at the beginning. Wow. The burning of the Versailles Witch. I like that. Putting a little allusion to her want for another afterlife. Where she also gets executed. This one's gotta suck though, because I always feel like burning alive would have to be an absolutely horrid death. Holy shit, man. Oh, fuck. Not only are you about to be burned alive, you're also gonna get hit by a fucking truck. Putting out that fire. No more spark of life in her. I was about to say, we gonna just sit here for a sec and really drink that in? It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. She was kind of mean to you, but alright. For him, just come along and...
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Scream!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me
Oh, I care about hope. I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that's reality, just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway. Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body?
Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? X-Men did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
See ya.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Though it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma mentioned it, but what's that key Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the one to the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose that sometimes it's easier to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm gonna go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. Check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. And I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
And it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So, Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I should forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Shall we? Yeah.
So then,
You need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw...
You're really cool.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. Never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files to you, maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as the incident's concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
You...
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. It just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you did that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that you think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too? No. I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious people believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
And maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been despairing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided to confirm what she had told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. In the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but you could really be right about this? Here we are. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. Secret Kyoto told me about. Could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet, but I mean, seriously? Not thinking, I placed my hand in the back of the storage closet, and suddenly it starts being yanked in. Psh. At the same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Alright, Scooby-Doo, Jesus Christ. Falling through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet, and way in the back of that closet was a secret room. So this is a secret room, but what's in here? There's a bunch of files and looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Speak Academy Student Registry. The only thing in here not covered in dust. Someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file in my hand. Before I had a chance to look at it, so the paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. Strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I do now? What don't I know? Or what do I do? What don't I know? Oh shit! It's Rey Mysterio with the steel pipe! A strange sound rang out through my head. Felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I don't know how long it had been. Ugh. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing in my head proved too much at least. Empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. Yearbooks, the student registry, and the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone. What does this mean? My brain refused to do any more work. The incessant pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back into my room. Somehow I made it back to the 1st floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry, I can't see in front of me. I saw myself from collapsing right there. After that, as if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound was coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? Can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sound coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. God. It's fighting! For me, there rages a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this?
Oh shit.
How dare you defy me?
Oh shit.
This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal? What the fuck?
I've made a decision.
Oh shit.
I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Oh shit, you got a hostage? What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? And me? Mastermind spy is... The creepy sound of blood. That's wonderful. Oh man, we're down to 7 people. Holy shit. To be continued. You see if Super Robot Justice present.